Laker Nation, time is running out, guys. You are putting all your ducks in one basket that you are going to get Kawhi Leonard on your team. So this video is either going to age greatly or very, very poorly out there, depending on the events over the next few days, or even today, if Kawhi Leonard decides to make his choice. But damn, dude, there are no free agents left. You ain't got trade pieces. We got, for today's video, guys, video about Nick Smith, 7 NBA free agents and trades the Lakers need to target right now. So I'm curious what you guys think about the trade aspect of it because of, you know, well, who are they going to trade? Anthony Davis? So I got to hear about this, man. If you all do me a quick favor, bro, and drop a like on this video. Also, link in the description below. It's Nick Smith's channel. Great YouTuber, guys. Go check him out. Here we go, man.
Hey, dude. Hey, I'm about to make this trade. Get ready.
You ain't gonna make no trade.
For real? So, Lonzo, are you really getting traded? Ask that. Huh? You mean to tell me you getting traded because of LeBron? Yeah. I ain't want to say this, but Lonzo, get your bitch ass out of here.
Hey, I like he dropped the bitch ass, man. I like it.
Free agent / signings for the Los Angeles Lakers to target right now.
All right, let's hear it.
With the Lakers unsure of the Kawhi Leonard situation and also DeMarcus Cousins, it makes the whole of next season very interesting to say the least. Whilst the LeBron James and Anthony Davis duo is arguably the greatest duo in the league next season,
I would say so,
with no Kevin Durant and a return of Anthony Davis onto the court, as great as LeBron James and Anthony Davis are, it takes a team to win a championship, not just two great players. Now, the Lakers have a minor problem. They have waited too long in this year's NBA free agency period to not go all out on Kawhi Leonard. But they have also waited too long to where they lost a few pieces they could have otherwise gained if they hadn't gone for Kawhi Leonard to make their team an all-around good team. We all knew before the start of the free agency that the Lakers had two options. One was to get a third superstar alongside LeBron and Davis with a mediocre...
I still think it was kind of weird. I still think they would have been much better off just kind of like going all out with the bench unit and getting some more role players. I think that probably would have been the best bet, like doing that early on, but what do I know?
Minimum contract bench. And the second option was obviously to surround LeBron and Davis with solid players and a good all-around team. The players that they were going to target weren't all-star level players, but were just very solid players. Players who play their role and do it very, very well. They were the tier under all-star level players. Players like JJ Redick, Patrick Beverley, DeAndre Jordan, Bojan Bogdanovic.
That's your team right there. That's your team right there. Patrick Beverley, JJ Redick, LeBron, Kuzma, and AD. Or you want to toss DeAndre Jordan there too, man, that's fine. That's your team. That wins a championship. Just like that, you're done. Because all these role players, all these great role players are going to these other teams. And they're getting better because of it. It's like if Kawhi went back to the Raptors, like, all right, we already know what that team is. But you got all these great role players going to the other teams now, so it's just, except they're all going to the Knicks, so we don't got to worry about that.
Trevor Ariza, Bobby Portis, Thaddeus Young. I could keep going on and on, but you get the point.
Stanley
all
Johnson.
These players are just very solid players,
Brown,
and they all would have fit
Davis,
very well on the Lakers, especially players like JJ Redick, Patrick Beverley, and Trevor Ariza, to name a few. These guys just play their roles extremely well. But to be fair, the Lakers have managed to get Troy Daniels on a 1-year, $2 million deal, which is a pretty good replacement, as they haven't really gained any other shooting guards, and it doesn't seem like they'll go back to Lance Stevenson and the rest of the guys from last season, like Cadwell Pope. Now, they also got Jared Dudley, who they signed to a 1-year, $2.6 million deal, and whilst he may not get many minutes on this Lakers squad, he's one of the better teammates in the NBA if you didn't know.
He is a good teammate.
And he's a great player to have in the locker room. It takes some of the pressure off LeBron James and Anthony Davis, as he is an old veteran guy that will relieve some of the pain in the locker room, as you just have throughout the season.
Good mentor.
But that is literally all they have done at the making of this video. So now, how and what do the Lakers do in the situation that they are in? Let's look at 7 players that they will have to target with or without the Kawhi Leonard signing. Obviously, their main target is to gain 3-point shooters this season. And to their credit, Troy Daniels is 40% from 3, and Jared Dudley is 39%.
There you go.
So that addresses some of the weaknesses from last season, but it doesn't relieve some of their bench depth just yet. Before we begin, if you enjoy these types of videos, be sure to smash that like button. Let's see if we can reach 2,000 likes for the next video. Subscribe if you are new to support the channel, and let's get into it. Number 7, Andre Iguodala.
See, Iguodala's fine. I gotta hear what you guys say about him, but my opinion on Iguodala is that he's like 35, 36. The athleticism starting to go a bit. So the defense is gonna start going pretty soon. Too damn old, man. Like he was showing it in the finals in the Warriors. Just too damn old. I don't know if I like this signing or not. I want them to get some younger guys around him personally.
First of all, if the NBA free agency wasn't crazy enough with KD and Kyrie joining Brooklyn, the D'Angelo Russell sign and trade to the Warriors made this even more insane.
Bro,
but this left Iggy being traded to the Memphis Grizzlies. Reports have come out recently that Memphis is not going to waive Iggy, but rather trade him off to a new team,
What are they gonna trade
leaving
for
the
him,
Lakers in a weird situation of how much they value him and how much they want him. I think 1 second round or 2 second round picks will do the job for Iggy ending up
Could
in
trade
LA,
more
but
draft picks.
that means there are also other teams that will target him. Houston will try and target him. Dallas has been rumored to target him, and they'll probably be able to offer the same, if not more, than what the Lakers can. So once again, it will
Lakers ain't got no draft picks to even trade anymore. Like they're up, they're all gone.
be about how the Lakers
all gone.
value him. As for the fit, though, he would fit perfectly on this team. I mean, when you think about it, a guy like Iggy off the bench, Iggy's shown that he's capable of playing on
Why's he
any
dunking
team
on
that he's
sheet like
played on,
that?
and even
They
at
gotta
the
show
age
that
of
highlight.
35,
Not needed.
he's still a lockdown defender. Number 6, Marcus Morris. His brother Markieff is signed with the Pistons, but Marcus Morris is still on the board. And he's a player who just played with the Boston Celtics. And with the breakup of Kyrie and Al Horford in Boston, I could see Marcus Morris also joining a new team.
I can see Marcus Morris being a really good mentor for Kyle Kuzma. Just like I feel like just being like that taller 6'9", 6'10" dude that can stretch the floor. I feel like Marcus could really be something for Kyle Kuzma in the locker room.
In this year's NBA free agency.
Or
if
not.
the Lakers miss out on Kawhi Leonard, I could see the Lakers offering Morris to a little bit of a better contract than any other team could offer him,
They got the cap,
only
though?
for the year though. But I also believe if they can get Kawhi Leonard on this team, Morris could still be a guy that could be a fit on this team too. He's a hard-nosed stretch four to play alongside Kuzma and LeBron and Davis, and if one of them heads to the bench or doesn't play throughout the regular season due to injury or they just rest them, he's a guy that could definitely fit in.
He might start over
averaged
Kuzma.
14 points and 6 rebounds last
Dare I
season,
say?
but more importantly for the Lakers, he shot 37% from 3, which for a big man is actually very solid. And he will hit them if the defense collapses on
Marcus
LeBron
Morris.
James and Anthony Davis
So
this season.
good.
So he'd be a great pickup. Number 5, Kyle Korver. With Kyle Korver expected to be bought out by the Phoenix
Yeah, I
Suns.
mean, you're looking for shooting, and I guess you just want to stand in the corner. That's fine, but Korver also, bro. I'm about to take the copy machine, the fax machine at this point over Korver. Did he play it all last season? Really? I know he was on the Jazz for a bit, got traded. Has he played?
Now, the Lakers reportedly are amongst the teams in the running, according
You
to
get him on the
Woj
cheap side,
on
I guess.
ESPN.
Minimum contract.
With the Grizzlies trading Kyle Korver and Javon Carter to the Suns for DeAnthony Melton and Josh Jackson, the Suns plan to waive Kyle Korver, and with his history of playing with LeBron James recently and the chance to play in LA, which is arguably the best destination in the NBA, also the chance to compete for another championship, and the Lakers actually needing three-point shooters to where he would actually get some minutes, it's hard to see him not in an LA Lakers jersey next season. Korver may have the opportunity to reunite with LeBron James in LA
want JJ
and
Redick
perhaps
on the
make
Lakers.
a third NBA Finals appearance, which to me is what he will do in my opinion. If he doesn't end up in LA, it would be pretty cool to see him in the Philadelphia 76ers. I mean, that's where it all started.
Full
That
circle.
would be pretty cool too. Number 4, Carmelo Anthony. Now, I know what you're thinking, and every time anyone brings up Carmelo's name, there is always a little bit of a risk to his name. But just think about this.
Let's hear
The
it.
thought process for me is that the Lakers are one of the few teams that have been linked to both Amari Stoudemire and Monte Ellis.
I was gonna say though, if Melo is on the Lakers, he's gonna think he's a big three. He's like, all right, I guess we're the big three now. It's like, no, Melo, we the big two, and you're gonna be on the bench. You're gonna get about 15 minutes a game taking minimal shots. Okay.
Two players that have been out of the league for a while and who are
Monte,
reaching
too.
their
Amari
mid-30s.
Stoudemire?
And for
I'm
Stoudemire's
watching that
age,
team.
he's already 36. So for the Lakers to go after these guys, I think you have to put Melo in the conversation too. Monte Ellis and Stoudemire trying to catch on with an NBA contender, according to Jordan
I'll take
Schultz of
both
ESPN.
right now.
The
Awesome.
thing is, these guys are not what they used to be at all. I literally watched Amari Stoudemire last season in the Big Three, and you can tell he is not NBA ready.
Let's see it. Hey, get him.
Yeah. For those of you that want to know what we're all about, it's like.
But Melo, actually despite of all his hate last season, was in the league, although for a short stint, he was still in the league and played at a decent pace. 13 points and 5.5 rebounds, shooting 32% from 3, which isn't amazing, but it is okay. And you'd only imagine that that would improve playing off the bench and playing in a lesser role, getting more open looks.
But and I get that. I still think Melo has a place to contribute on an NBA team, but he suffers from the Iverson syndrome, though. It's like, we look at his numbers like, okay, his numbers are not that bad. It's the issue that he doesn't want to settle for that lesser, right? I just feel like, you know, that was the issue on the Thunder, that was the issue on the Houston Rockets, and that would be the issue on the Lakers. Like, he's going to be like, we have big three now. It's like, no, we're not. We're the big two still. Still the big
Lakers
two.
don't need anything from him other to be a spot-up shooter off the bench.
But
and
will
it's
he-
hard
will
to
he do
imagine
that?
that him being such good friends with LeBron won't get him a chance to play in LA.
He's good friends with
How's
Chris
it feel to
Paul.
finally come off the bench? The
He was friends with Chris Paul. Look what he's saying here. Laughing.
so funny. Man, what the I look like coming off the damn
Yo, come on the bench, man.
bench?
He was laughing
Man,
now,
fuck out of here! I
Melo.
ain't coming off no bench.
Number 3, Quinn Cook. I think the Warriors have made
I
a
like this
mistake by
signing.
not getting Quinn Cook back, but
Good signing
understandable as they have D'Angelo Russell and Stephen Curry's on the same team, and obviously their point
Steph
guard
Curry
situation is a
2.0.
little bit iffy at the moment. But as for the Lakers, if they can sign a player like Quinn Cook, who is now an unrestricted free agent as the Warriors are not going to match his restriction, he emerges as someone that was a really solid player for the Warriors.
Marcus
And
Shaw,
when the
Livingston,
Warriors
too.
were forced to deal with multiple injuries at the guard position, he was a guy that had his chance and made the most of it. Obviously, he is a point guard, which the Lakers desperately need now. And if the Lakers manage to get him and a potential chance of bringing back Rondo, it could give the Lakers two very different dynamics.
I like that.
Cook took advantage
Good.
of his
That's a good
opportunity
one.
and left a strong
Good
impression,
signing.
averaging 9.5 points, almost 3 assists and 2.5 rebounds in just 22 minutes per game in the 2017-18 season when he needed to step up for the Warriors during their injury-riddled stint. Cook shot 40% from 3, which is
There you
really
go.
good, and he would be a great fit for the Lakers if they can get him, especially as a backup point guard.
He'd be the new Mario
Number
Chalmers,
2,
bro.
Rajon Rondo.
Rondo, yeah, goes
I
without
know.
saying.
He played with the Lakers last season, but I think he has to come back this season too. He's a guy who advanced and
He's got nice chemistry with Anthony Davis. He's probably just about to say this. I gotta stop interrupting. My apologies. I like to talk, guys, as you like to know. As you know, I like to talk.
Davis's game when he played with Davis, and obviously he didn't do all that bad last season. Of course, it wasn't the best he has ever done, but Rondo is ending his career. This is a guy that the Lakers need to bring back though. He will probably play for the minimum contract, and his basketball IQ is off the charts. While his own physical ability on the defensive end isn't the same as what it once was,
all right, don't
his
need to be.
IQ and ability to help a quarterback defense with Anthony Davis now on the squad should make for one of the scariest units
Average
in the
20
entire
assists
league.
per game.
Not to mention, if they do get Kawhi Leonard and Danny Green follows, it could become scary. Rondo's defense, Green's defense, Kawhi's defense, Davis's defense, and LeBron, if he decides to actually play defense, that is just scary. And number 1, DeMarcus Cousins. This is a guy that
I feel so bad for Boogie, guys. He's gonna get like another, he's gonna get like a minimum deal.
Kawhi is not a member of the Lakers. I think you just have to take a little bit of a risk on. As the other centers,
I
such
agree
as
with that.
Boban
Why
and
not?
Robin Lopez,
Kawhi
have managed
not?
to find NBA contracts before DeMarcus Cousins, which you could never imagine 2 years ago. The former All-Star is now in a bit of a dire situation. He's got a new agent hiring Jeff Swartz of the XL Sports, according to Mark Stein of the New York Times, and Woj reported that there is literally no suitors for DeMarcus Cousins this
Can't
free
believe that.
agency.
It's so
There's
crazy.
not a market for him, Scott, and I think, and it's not. I think he thought, he hoped.
Why does nobody
some-
want
a
him?
big
He's
market
fine.
Teams would strike out, that have cap
Nice
space.
numbers.
He could get a 1 year, 12, 15, 18, $20 million deal. It's
Take
not
him on the
there. That's
Pistons
not
right
happening.
now.
I don't even know
Right
if
now
there's
as a
mid-
backup.
The mid-level exception he got in
Start
Golden
him, Trey
State
Drummond.
last year. I don't think that's different.
Run him at point guard.
Wow.
Yep. take
No
him
one
right
is
now.
going after him except the Miami Heat, who will have a meeting with him. And now recently there have been reports that the Spurs and DeMar DeRozan are now recruiting him.
Yeah, that'd be a nice
which
fit.
low-key, if he ends up going to the Spurs, that is another free agency prediction that I got correct. But let me go back to this.
It's like, that's
I
neither
just
here
think
nor
that
there.
These two teams will try and get him for the low, and they won't try to pay him a lot of money at all. But honestly, if the Lakers miss out on Kawhi Leonard, they will have some cap space, and maybe they'll be
That's
able to
true.
offer Boogie more than any other team, and therefore he could be a member of the Lakers. I mean, we've seen him play alongside Anthony Davis before. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see him in the playoffs, but if LA offers the most amount of money for this season alone, I wouldn't be surprised if he ends up in LA. Here are 2 honorable mentions. I think if J.R. Smith falls, I think the Lakers will try and get him. Obviously, they'll have to trade for him, but I just think the second-round pick will probably do the job. And the second guy is Danny Green. If the Lakers end up
I
with
like Danny
Kawhi
Green.
Leonard, I have no doubt that Danny Green will follow him. And obviously, he's an ex-teammate
I like
of
Danny
LeBron
Green.
James as well, and they had a close relationship. So Danny Green would be the second guy, and he would be the perfect fit. A 3-and-D guy for the Lakers is exactly what they need. With that said, let me know what you think is next for the Los Angeles Lakers. If you
I mean, yeah, I think a lot of these are pretty good ones out there. You know, Melo, interesting. I would be all for it just for entertainment aspect. I don't know if it's best for the team. Monte Mari Steimer, once again, I think would be fun to watch. I don't know if it'd be a great decision for them. I love the idea of, like a Danny Green, of course, getting Rondo back, DeMarcus Cousins as like an emergency plan would be kind of cool. But yeah, guys, I think Nick Smith did a very good job here. So be sure to drop a like on this video, subscribe if you're new to the channel, man. Check out Nick Smith in the comment section, or I'm sorry, in the description below, probably in the comment section too somewhere. And peace out, my friends.